Whenever you go to a hotel, cafe, airport or any public place and contact their Wi-Fi, you may have noticed that before you can access the internet, a login page appears automatically. You need to enter a username and password, room number, voucher code or credentials provided by the hotel staff before you can start browsing the internet. So have you ever wondered how those Wi-Fi login pages actually work, and more importantly, you can create one yourself? Well, the answer is yes. In today's video, I will show you step by step how to create your own hotel style Wi-Fi login page using pfSense. We build a captive portal that forces user to authenticate before they can access the internet. Now currently in my lab environment, I have connected pfSense directly to the another PC for demonstration purpose, but in your real world setup, you can connect pfSense to your Wi-Fi router or access point, that whenever someone connects to your Wi-Fi network, they will automatically see the login page before they can access the internet. Just like in hotels, cafes, schools, colleges and corporate guest network. By the end of this video, you will have your own professional Wi-Fi login system running completely free using pfSense. So with that being said, let's get started. So at first you need to go to rufus.ie to download Rufus bootable pen drive or software. Next you need to download the pfSense ISO file. For that you have to go to pfSense.org and after that click on download. Now from here installation image you need to select AMD64 ISO IPMI / virtual machines. After that you need to click on add to cart. Now click on checkout and after that you have to create one account on pfSense. Don't worry, it is completely free. After done, you will get one email on your mail where you will get the download link. After that you have to click on download and after download everything, you need to open Rufus bootable USB maker. Now you have to insert the USB pen drive. After that you need to select the bootable ISO image which you have downloaded from pfSense. Now after that click on start. Now you just need to boot from your pen drive which I have created already. Here I will select the USB pen drive. Now here on this window you need to press enter from your keyboard. Now once again press enter to install pfSense, and here you need to select your WAN interface. In my case it is EM0 which is Ethernet adapter, and UEO is my USB Ethernet adapter which I'll use for LAN. So I'll press enter after select the WAN. Now I'll press enter. So if you want DHCP, then keep as it is, or else you can enter the static IP also. After that I will select here USB Ethernet which is UE0. Now as you can see, DHCP is enabled and the start range is 100 to 150.
Now here on this window, you need to select your hard drive by pressing space, and after that press tab key and press enter. In my case it is 466 GB hard drive, so I'll select that one. Now it is showing like it will destroy the current contents. That means it will destroy all my data under that disk. So I'll press over here yes. And now on this window you have to select the version. I will select here current stable version. We can select the previous stable version also, and after that press enter, and now it will automatically install the pfSense on your computer. After done, remove the USB pen drive and press enter. Now here is my main PC. I will type ncpa.cpl, the command I will provide to my video description. Now here is my 2 LAN card. I will disable the which I am not using, and here's my LAN card which is connected through USB Ethernet. And if I'll go to the status, as you can see, the IP address I'm getting over here 192.168.1.100, and the gateway is 192.168.1.1. Now I'll go to my browser and type 192.168.1.1, and after that click on advanced and click on proceed. Now here on this window you need to type the username and password. The username, the default username is admin, the password is pfSense. All are in small. You need to type admin pfSense, and it is done. As you can see, I have logged in successfully. Now click on next, then next. Now hostname, I will use here pfSense hostname, and on the DNS I will on primary DNS I will use Google DNS and Cloudflare DNS, which is 8.8.8.8, and the secondary DNS is 1.1.1.1. After that click on next. Now time server hostname, I will use here a Cloudflare time server, which is time.cloudflare.com, and from here you can select your time zone. And after that click on next. Now on this window you just need to uncheck this 2 option, which is block private networks from entering via WAN. Just uncheck this one. Also uncheck block bogon networks. Now here is my LAN IP. I will keep as it is and click on next. Now I'll type the new admin password, and after that confirm password, then click on reload. Now as you can see, here is the pfSense homepage. Now click on services and click on Captic portal. After that click on add. Now you need to type the zone name and zone description. So I will type over here zone name is guest Wi-Fi, and the zone description I will type over here company guest network. After that click on save and continue. Here on this window you need to check the enable Captic portal option. Under interfaces you need to select press Ctrl from your keyboard and select the LAN. Now authentication method, you need to select the use and authentication the backend, and authentication server, press Ctrl and select the local database. Okay. After that over here I will type the terms and conditions. Next I will use display custom logo and display custom background image. Once done, click on save, and after that click on system, then click on User Manager. Over here you need to click on Add. Now type your username. In my case I will type over here test and password is 123 and after that click on Save. After done, you need to click on Edit User. Here on this window you will get effective privileges. From here you need to select a Captic Portal login under Assigned Privileges. Now go to Status and click on Captic Portal. As you can see, currently no user login on this window. So I'll type google.com. Sometimes it will not come. So as you can see, my internet is already disabled. If you are unable to find the login page, then simply you need to type the gateway of your router. In my case it is 10.10.10.1 and as you can see, I'm getting the Wi-Fi login page. Now you need to type that username and password which you have created already. In my case it is test123. Click on I agree with, and if I click on terms and condition, as you can see the terms and condition is showing over here. If still your internet is not working, then try to disable your LAN card and re-enable it. After that, try to access the google.com. As you can see, in my case all the websites are working perfectly. So I hope this quick tutorial really helped for you, and please don't forget to click on the subscribe button, like button and share button, and if you have any queries or question, then comments down below. I will see you guys on the next video. Till then, bye bye, take care.